Okay, so that's just one use case to motivate like why we need object detection instead of classification. All right, so I think that those were all the basics which we needed to go to the next segment. Any questions on the on these slides?
Dr. Yogesh,
Yes, go
can
ahead.
you were just talking about self-driving cars, and I understand most of the part is about detection. But I was reading this for the for my course project. So the traffic signs and the traffic lights, that part should need recognition, right? Like the rest of the objects, it's fine if the system is detecting, but for the signs and for the lights, recognition is also important. That's what I was considering to work on.
Yeah, that's fine. For the course project, it's fine. But if you think about from like real world application point of view,
Mm-hmm.
just classification might not be sufficient, right?
Yeah,
Because
I
when
understand.
you're driving the car, depending upon like how many signals you can see, you might be
Mm-hmm.
seeing signal like which is not in your lane. So then just
Okay.
recognizing it's a green light, that's not going to help you out.
Yeah, yeah, you're
You
right. I understand.
right? But yeah,
Yeah.
for course project, I think that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. So any other question before we move forward? Now, any questions you have because we have a pop quiz on this.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, at 0.2, why isn't that backtracking there? Seems like every time it goes down, it goes up and then backtracks. At
Yeah,
zero,
whenever it's going
0.1,
down, yes, 0.1.
yeah, 0. Right to the right of
Yes,
that dip, and it goes back up to 0.2, and it goes back
right,
down again instead of going backtracking.
right. Yeah, that's happening if you look at these values, right? So your precision was 1.5. So the precision is actually fluctuating, right? Depending upon what kind of prediction you have. So it was starting at 1, it went to 0.5, but again, it increased to 0.66. And that's why this dip here. So this is 1, this is 0.5, and this is 0.6. And then if you look at like, it's again going back to 0.5, then 0.4, 0.3. It's decreasing, right? Okay, let me see. So this was 0.6, right? Then it went to 0.5. Okay, that's 0.5. And then to 0.4. This is 0.4. Oh, but your recall is recall is also not increasing. Yeah, so this might not be like the exact representation of this table over here, because in this one I'm not seeing like the precision going up again, right? Yeah, just ignore me. It's not like corresponding to this table, but this is like just showing some other table maybe where it's fluctuating, and that may happen. And if it's not happening, that's perfectly fine. Okay, because in this case your precision is going down to 0.25 as well, then it's rising 0.28. Probably we don't have the full table here, right? So all these points will be, yeah, it could be corresponding to this. Let's track that. So we have 1.5. So recall is only until 0.13 here, right? And 0.13 is this point, right? So the values which we are seeing in the previous table, it's actually just this plot coming from this point to this point. And beyond this point, we don't have those numbers here. Okay, is that clear?
I'd probably have to think about it, bro. I'm just not getting why. It just seems like when it goes back up, it backtracks at a certain point. I'm just not getting where at the
Okay, let me
where it's
explain
supposed to start backtracking.
Yeah.
It's like it should be
So
doing the same thing at 0.2, but
right. Yeah, you can do it here as well. You backtrack, but then all of this is getting dismissed, right? You don't care about these locations because you already are at this level. So the idea is whenever you have reached like any particular precision level, right? So if you reduce the recall, you are not going to go back again. So of course you could have drawn like a line like this. That's fine. But then you're reaching at 0.4, right? And you have a line which is above that. So that will be completely ignored.
okay. All right.
And if this point might be going at this point, again, this will be ignored because you will have a line like this.
Okay.
That makes sense? Okay, good. Okay, question. How recall is calculated without having the false negative count? You have false negative, right? So you have the ground truth. You know like how many objects you already had. I mean, it's not being shown here, but you already know that thing, right? If you have like 1,000 objects in your data set, and if only one is predicted, then 999, that's your false negative, right? You are not able to detect those, and that's why your recall is pretty low. Okay, it's not being shown here, but you can compute that using the ground truth. Correct. Okay, so let's start the pop quiz, and where is it? Oh, okay. Why it's not here? Interesting. Just give me. Just give me a minute. Seems like a different version of the slides.
हेलो हाँ अब आ रही है आवाज हाँ अब आ रही है
Can you please mute your mic?
अरे नहीं वो यूसीएफ गेस्ट वाले से एडिट था और वो WPA2 कर दिया शीशो क्यों लेफ्ट कर
Shashank, your mic is not on mute.
I'm sorry प्रोफेसर
So when is the project report due? The final project, when is that report due?
Yeah, that will be due around end of first week of December.
I don't see the pop quiz. Do you see the pop? You are going to open the pop quiz?
Yeah, just give me a. I will just open it in a while. Something wrong with the slides. Yeah, I think we're almost out of time as well. Let's just finish the pop quizzes and then we won't do the lecture. I don't know what happened with the slides. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. Like, all right, so let's start with the first one. Let me share this. Okay, you can see my slides now. Let me check if there's any question. Yep, no question. That's good. So the question, it's pretty simple actually. You have a precision recall curve like this, where y-axis is showing the precision, x-axis showing the recall. And let's say we had like two different algorithms. One is named A and the second was named B. And we just plot like those points which we're discussing about in the table back there. The question is which one of these algorithms is actually doing a better job. Okay. Yeah, it should be available on your web courses and yeah, now it should be there on web courses. I just released it. Okay, so that was the first question. I have one more question for you. That nothing time is already up. Again, we have two different algorithms, A1 and A2. And results from A1 on the left, results from A2 on the right, same images, but those are the detection of your algorithms. And the green box is actually a correct detection, and red box is a false detection. So it's kind of true positive and false positive. Okay, now the question is which of these algorithms will have a better score, just computed over these two images.
Is the question?
The question is which of these two algorithms will be better in terms of performance if you compute mean, average, precision.
Yeah, we don't see the pop quiz. Oh, now it's gone. Yeah, now it came. Yes.
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, these are like output of your algorithm. I mean, as I said, it doesn't matter if your algorithm wants to use NMS or not. It's the job of the algorithm itself. But these are outputs from the algorithm. Okay, and these will directly go to the evaluation process.
Professor?
Yes, go ahead.
I got a quick question regarding homework 7. When I got out of work, I saw the message you sent where now it shows like the hidden values or whatever. If we want to get those, do we just message you on like web courses, or what would be your preferred way to contact you?
No, homework 7 was like released, right? We just fixed that before the lecture.
Oh, it's not hidden anymore?
It should not be hidden. I mean,
Or muted, sorry. It's muted, not hidden.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we fixed it just before the lecture and it was working, and again it's muted. So yeah. So let me try to do this again. Maybe whenever you just let the TE know. I think he will have to. I will talk to him. There is some issue with like web courses, and I really don't know
Okay.
like what's happening. I will check with the IT team, but just confirm with me whether you can see them now or not, because I just tried to fix it again.
Yes.
You can see
Okay.
it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
I think same is happening with the pop quizzes as well. I don't know what these guys are doing.
We don't seem to know how great, like what so great we got on the quiz. We finished submitting it, so
The pop quiz, yeah, I just released that. Check. You should check. Probably they have some hidden settings now. I don't know, because earlier everything was just working fine, and now we had to unmute this. Yeah, let me try to figure this out. I will check with the IT team and try to resolve this. But yeah, whenever you're facing these issues, just let me know. Try to copy the TA as well, right? So I think that will speed up the process. All right, so yeah, I think that's it for today's lecture. We'll continue on object detection,